Hi, we're Sarah and Seunghyun, and today we're continuing our journey through India. Last episode, we took a 17-hour train ride on the Rajdhani Express from Howrah Station in Kolkata to New Delhi. With nearly 33 million people, Delhi is one of the most populated cities in the world. Today, we're heading out into the capital for the very first time and sharing some of our first impressions of one of the busiest cities in the world. Let's go.
First thing that happened when we got here is people offered to carry our bags, and I usually thought that wasn't a thing, but almost everyone else said yes. There's like these people carrying it for them.
So we don't know how much these services cost, so we don't want to say yes and then end up paying way too much. So we want to be safe, carry our own stuff, and then head out.
All right, here you go.
Yep.
So we had read online that the International Tourist Bureau at this train station had a lot of really good info about some things to do in this city. So we made our way to the office, which was sadly closed. Outside, a guy with a government badge told us about another government office and offered to help us get a ride there. Of course, we were immediately skeptical since we had heard of some kind of scams like this. So we did some research, and surprisingly, the office he mentioned was listed on Google Maps with a lot of good reviews. Plus, the price he offered for the ride was way cheaper than Uber. So we agreed, but we were still feeling skeptical.
So a gentleman is helping us get a taxi.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Good luck, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
And welcome to India.
And then as soon as we got in, this other random guy jumped in the cab with us, and our suspicions were confirmed. We realized this was definitely a scam like we thought, but we figured we would play along and keep our cameras rolling, hoping to maybe expose these scammers. As soon as we arrived, it was so obvious this place was not a government office. It was just some random sketchy travel agency. We had heard this is a pretty common scam. What happens is these scammers try to get you to think they're part of the government tourism board and then try to convince you to buy totally overpriced tour packages. We acted clueless and followed them inside, but that's when they saw our cameras and they immediately changed. They got angry, they started threatening us and telling us to delete our footage. We were lucky to have heard of this scam before, but we figured some tourists aren't so lucky. So to those of you traveling to Delhi, do your research, be wary of strangers offering to help you, even if they have a badge or a uniform. Sites like Google Maps even have fake reviews, so make sure you stay vigilant, and if the place seems sketchy, it probably is.
Yeah, it was pretty clear right away. We knew this type of stuff was coming. Oh well, we're gonna go get an Uber.
And the funny thing is, in the 5 minutes we were waiting for our ride, 2 more random people approached us saying they were government workers.
It's just wild how many of them are true tourism board employees.
Wow. So many scams. Be careful, guys, in New Delhi.
Thank you, sir. Bye, have a nice day. This is where we're staying. It's in a quiet neighborhood, I'm pretty sure. A lot more quiet than down near the train station. Yeah, this courtyard is beautiful. Oh, hello.
Sarah, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Hello.
We're a little early.
Yes.
No problem. Careful, the cat's here, so they'll eat your breakfast.
Wow. Some nice hangout space.
If you have any laundry, you can put it in a bag. And...
Oh yeah, looks good. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We made it. That was a wonderful welcome. Our hosts here are very, very nice. They gave us all sorts of tips for what to see in the area. And look at how big this room is.
You can tell this building is a little old, but it's really, really spacious. And I think I paid like $42 per night here, and the breakfast is included as well.
Good morning, everyone. We just had our breakfast and we're staying in South Delhi, so there's a lot of stuff nearby that I think we can go take a look at.
I'm gonna call an Uber real quick.
So even on Uber, you can book a tuk-tuk right here. So I heard the locals call the tuk-tuks autos. So we've mostly been using Uber to get around. It's really easy to get them directly to where you want to go, and then you don't have to haggle with anyone. But you can actually order autos on Uber. It's pretty convenient. Okay, 3 minutes away. There's our ride for the day. Hello. Thank you.
We're on the auto. I think this is a newer auto, so it looks really nice. They have a little side door where you can lock yourself in so you don't slip out or fall out. And I feel the breeze that's open from on the side with no doors, and so it's nice and cool. You don't need AC.
Thank you. Bye. That was the cleanest auto I've ever seen. Painted and shiny.
Very affordable. We paid 90 rupees, which is about slightly over $1, and we made it. We made it to Lodhi Garden.
A lot of people, when we ask them what should we do in Delhi, they've all said come here, that it's like one of the most beautiful places. The only thing is I heard it's 90 acres. So I have no idea like if we're at the right entrance. I saw some city bikes.
Oh yeah. Smart bikes.
Oh, I think we have like so many things we want to do today. We're probably just gonna walk around. There's no entrance fee to enter Lodhi Garden, and it's a public park. I had heard that a lot of locals just like to come here and walk or run in the morning. Wait, there's a bonsai park. So my dad's favorite current hobby is bonsai trees. So I think we have to check out the bonsai garden just for him. Oh yeah. Cute. Yeah, my dad would love it here. So for those of you that don't know, bonsai, I'm not an expert, but they can be made from any tree or any bush. It's like a way of planting them in these shallow pots. You have to groom them for like years. So you'll see bonsais that are 100 years old. They don't have the age. I wish I knew how old they were.
You can cut one in half. They'll show how old it is, right?
All right, Seunghyun, thank you for your patience. You ready to go see the rest of the park?
Yeah. So the park is really peaceful, and it's in the middle of New Delhi where there's a lot of cars going by. But this park is really, really quiet. And wow.
Wow, it's beautiful. We are in this main square area, and this seems to be where a lot of people are hanging out. And also there's a ton of dogs here. We've seen so many animals just in the first few seconds. You come from like the chaos of the Delhi streets to here. And there are parrots everywhere. I thought they were pigeons from far away. If you get close, they're these like green parrots that are flying all around. There's also like lots of other animals. We see all these little cute little squirrels running around. Yeah, this is definitely prime location for photo shoots.
Yeah, there are people chilling, playing badminton. Yeah, I think this is where the local Indians come and hang out.
So I read that this park, it's called Lodhi Park because in like the late 1400s, 1500s, this group ruled Delhi called the Lodhis. They were Afghan rulers, and there's not many relics left, we heard, from that time period, except for in this park. The architecture we're gonna see here is apparently different than the architecture we're gonna see in other parts of Delhi.
One of the things that I noticed with these buildings, the architecture style, they have big domes on the top.
There's literally a pigeon on every single space. It almost looks like they're part of the architecture. You know, I did get pooped on the other day. We were watching these pigeons at the market, and I felt this like water drip on my finger.
Really? I didn't
And I
know
looked
that.
down, and I'm pretty sure it was a pigeon. We were with our guide. I didn't want to be like, I just got pooped on. I feel like here's another dangerous place. So I see why that like kind of like Lodhi architecture, that different style, it's really apparent when you get up close and can see the details of the buildings.
So we're walking past another tomb, and it almost looks like a castle, a fort around the tomb. And I thought we were walking into like another part of an area where it's closed off.
I can tell we're getting closer to the street because the honking slowly gets closer. In the west,
honking is like, can be a little aggressive. But here, I don't think it's seen as aggressive. I think it's just how people communicate in their cars. All right, so we just left the gardens and we're on our way to this area called Carr Market. Hello. Hello. Oh, everyone's saying hi to us. There's got to be a school that just let out. All right, so I think we made it to Carr Market. It was just like a 5-minute walk from Lodhi Gardens. And already you can see all these colorful streamers and the storefronts. It looks a little bit fancy. It doesn't look like a market though, it just looks like storefronts. So I guess we'll find out when we go inside. Yeah, this place is real fancy, much fancier than the other sections we've been in. So I think we're gonna have a walk around and then we're gonna find some place to either eat lunch, and I feel underdressed. All right, so right away I see a lot more tourists and a lot more foreigners, a lot of international cuisine too. Almost feels a little bit like Itaewon for me. In Korea, there's a neighborhood called Itaewon where there's a lot of foreign shops and you can find all different types of cuisines. That's what this neighborhood feels like.
So what you just saw right over here, you saw an American girl depicting Indian street using Korean town. That's the most bizarre thing that I've ever seen. Oh my gosh.
I would be so nervous.
That is scared to mess it up.
Perfect. Wow, that bookstore was huge. It had so many books, but I don't know what the order was. It was just like stacks on stacks on stacks.
Yeah, you can see how narrow those each shops are. There are a lot of those narrow shops all together in this town.
I also noticed, I think this is something I've noticed about India in general, every clothing shop is so colorful. Like the clothing that people wear has really bright colors. I don't see a lot of black clothing. I don't know if that's like an inauspicious color or something, but the clothing stores here are just great. Alright, so we're on our way to withdraw some money before we go to lunch because we're running low on cash. A lot of places don't accept card here. The ATMs seem to be the best bet. Thank you. Hello. Alright, so we just sat down at the restaurant and already the decor is very bright and eclectic. There's all kinds of these photographs everywhere.
We just had a look at the menu real quick and it's really expensive. The mango shake here costs 325 rupees, which is about 3 times the price of the place that we went to the other day. But we're still gonna order some food, gonna enjoy our lunch.
We're gonna eat Carr seafood today. We looked online to see what dishes are really good. I think we're in for quite a treat and some new foods too. It's like a mega spoon.
Oh, you found my shovel.
I think this is more for putting it on your plate and then eating with your bread or whatever.
Ooh, look at those crispy fried bits. I'm gonna eat sali boti, which is mutton that's slowly cooked with sauce and crispy potatoes on the top.
Oh,
I think this is
got a
bone
whole
over
piece
here.
of mutton.
There you go. Oh, and the mutton is really, really tender. And the roti, first off, roti has a very smoked charcoal flavor almost. And the mutton is tender and very, very juicy too. Very, very soft.
Yum. Alright, so I have in front of me the chicken berry pulao. And we were reading that this is first popularized in Mumbai. But these are actually, I think, called barberries. And I think some places use raisins in place of them. And it has some stewed chicken, basmati rice, the berries or raisins on top, and nuts as well. They gave us a giant mountain. Oh, yum. The spices are the first thing that hits you from the chicken. You can taste a little bit of chili paste, garlic, and definitely some ginger in there as well. But the basmati rice is a great balance to that. So this is a non-alcoholic drink called chat and mint. I read that chat is like just a term that refers to like the roadside snacks that people get that can be like spicy and tangy and are usually fried. So I'm not quite sure what this is going to be like. It just has this thick layer of spices at the bottom. So I think it's going to have a ton of flavor. Some orange pieces floating and some mint. Oh. Wow, there are a ton of spices in that. It really does taste like street food. Kind of bringing back vibes of the fried mango fritters that we had in Kolkata. That's what it kind of tastes like to me. I've never had a drink that's savory. Again, it's not going to be your cup of tea.
Oh yeah, it's not my favorite drink. That's spicy, salty, and sweet at the same time. I'll hand this over to Sarah.
Yeah, it's more my style. Seunghyun will stick with water.
So we just saw the balcony and it's really beautiful out here, so we wanted to show you what it looks like from out over here. Hey, what do you see?
Squirrels. My final verdict is like, this is like the nice part of town, so you're paying for the atmosphere and the experience. Our meal costs like $27. We've been used to eating meals that are $5 or less per person. I definitely think for us, it's beyond our budget. Oh,
Maybe there's Eagle feeding his bird.
Baby?
Yeah.
Can you see him in the camera? Mm-hmm. It's the mommy sitting on the eggs. Oh, it's really good.
We made it. Oh no, baby. The light is out. Let's go. All right.
I get to walk by my sea of pigeons. Yay!
Do you want to run across?
No, I don't want to scare them. Don't you dare. No, it's for some people. Here we go.
All right.
Hold me. Just go slow. Okay. Just after that one. Okay.
We're safe. All right.
Not for the faint of heart.
All right, so we're at the entrance to the India Gate. We made it across and we're gonna go in.
All right, so we are right in front of India Gate, and as you can see behind me, this place is really crowded right now. But the gate is huge. It looks a lot bigger in person. I see why it's such a popular spot. So we learned a lot about bows in our Kolkata street food tour. So it's really cool to see him honored all throughout India. So we are right in front of India Gate, and I've seen videos before of this happening. If you come to a major tourist spot like this and you're a foreigner, like you have blonde hair, you will get swarmed. I understand people are excited, but we're gonna move a little away from the main areas. What do you think of India Gate?
Oh, I think the gate is a lot bigger than I thought. Obviously, it's one of the iconic places in India.
And I know there's other gates like the gateway to India in Mumbai that you can see as well. But it's kind of cool to see this. It's such a huge memorial here. We read that it was mostly for soldiers in World War I and also the Third Afghan War. I do kind of wish we could enjoy ourselves without getting approached so often, but I understand people are just curious, and no one's been rude or anything.
There was
There's
that
just a lot
one
of
guy
people
who
here.
said no to and just decided to come up and take a picture anyway.
Yeah, we're gonna walk around a little bit more and head to another major site. He's just living it up. The street dogs here are bold, fearless.
Oh. There is a lot of construction going on, but we are at Humayun's tomb.
I think foreigners and Indians have different prices. I think foreigners pay about 600 to get in. And luckily we're staying right next to it, so we're really excited to be here. But the outside is like a big construction zone. My nose is just running like crazy. The pollution here is definitely real. If you're not used to it, you can really feel it in your eyes and your nose. And there's so much dust from the construction too, but ready to go in?
Yep. Thank you. All right, so we got the tickets. We only have 30 minutes to go.
Really work. Oh, there we go. We're right at the end of the day, but I'm so glad we made it here. We see a lot of people coming out right now. I'm kind of confused because a lot of people said, oh, it's a great sunset spot, but it closes before sunset. So I don't really know where that came from. Maybe that was pre-COVID. All right, so the first tomb we came upon is actually Khan's tomb. According to the sign, it was built like 2 decades before the famous Humayun's tomb.
The whole place looks like a fortress. It looks like a palace almost, and I think that's themed that way.
I think this could just be a site in and of itself. This tomb alone is really, really beautiful. King of the Rock! But let's go to the main tomb area, the star of the show.
So this tomb is not just one tomb standing on itself. It is covered with multiple layers of walls. I think I went by 4 gates already. This place is like a castle. There are gates after gates. I believe that this tomb plus the garden could be one standalone city. That's how big this place is.
Yeah, we haven't even seen the tomb yet. Thank you so much.
Wow.
Oh, wow. When Humayun passed, his first wife is who decided to build this tomb. This is the first piece of architecture that kind of started that typical Mughal architecture that we see in other major monuments in India, including the famous Taj Mahal. So I think it's pretty cool that we're visiting the place that inspired the Taj.
Wow, look at that. Totally impressive architect. Look at those colors on that thing. Wow, it's absolutely stunning. So we came at a close to closing time, and so they are trying to get people out of the main tomb building. You see a lot of people taking pictures right in front of the tomb. It's really nice. You can tell it's definitely a big touristy spot, a must-see in Delhi.
It's been a pretty good day. We've hit a lot of good sites, but this is probably my favorite of all the sites we went to.
Oh, yeah. So after seeing the Humayun's tomb and hearing how this place inspired the Taj Mahal, this place was super gorgeous. It made me want to go see Taj Mahal as well.
During this trip, we're only getting to go see 3 different cities. Rumor has it from our Indian friends that the city that truly has the most beautiful palaces and monuments is Bangalore. So I definitely think I want to come back and see Bangalore. I think India just has so much diversity that I feel like you have to come back. We just got a little taste. All right, everyone, so the sun has set and we're gonna go on one last adventure. I don't know if every neighborhood in Delhi is like this, but we walked right into the neighborhood next to us. The other night we found this giant night market. I mean, crazy crowded night market. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, but I think it's called Baegel Market. And so we're gonna head over there. We're gonna go get some treats.
I don't know if you can hear the traffic, but you're right next to this crazy busy road. And it's super heavily congested right now. Actually, the other day we were here, earlier in the daytime, and there were a lot of clothing stores, but we got here a little late tonight, and it seems like the clothing stores have closed. It's mostly veggie shops.
So on a Tuesday night, this place you couldn't even walk.
I heard this is actually one of the places that locals come to shop. Has a lot of groceries, toys, and so we're seeing a lot of that.
We even see basics like toothbrushes, combs, like simple things. It seems like a great place for like whatever you need in one spot. The fruit looks so good. Those look tasty. Are those watermelons? Whoa, they look good. So we already see a lot of the treats that we had on our different food tours. We were warned by our guides and our friends not to eat pani puri on the street, even though it's one of my favorite Indian snacks. But you can see like 3 or 4 people surrounding the stall, and I'm kind of jealous, but we're gonna pass just in case because we're not sure what type of water they use. So this bakery is like one of the most popular spots here. Oh, they must be known for that. Maybe we should get that.
Gujia. Gujia.
Let's try that.
They sell like in smaller packs.
Oh yeah, we should get one of
I
those.
have no idea what these are though.
Me neither. It sounds great for a try. Okay. The bottom is like slightly warm, so I think these are actually kind of fresh. We also saw on the sign that they've been open since 1967, so they've been around for quite a while in this neighborhood. So we just met the owners and they offered us to try some different cakes here. So this is mud pastry. It's heavy. So this is an eggless cake, layer of cake at the bottom, and then a thick, almost fudge-like layer. One more layer of cake, a little bit of chocolate on the top with walnuts. Let's give it a taste. Oh yeah. The thick layer in the middle is so good. I can't believe it's eggless, but somehow it's thick and delicious. This is really good. This is Seunghyun's type of dessert for sure.
And a little bit of nut on the top is perfect. Perfect crunch bite.
It's so good that we're gonna buy a slice to go.
Right. Yep.
The mud pastry was very, very good. Really tasty.
That's on the house.
Oh, no.
Thank you so much.
Oh, that was so sweet.
He wanted to buy 2 pieces more, but he gave it to us for free. And I'm not saying this just because we got a free tasting of the cake, but this place actually does taste really, really good. Whenever you're in South Delhi, go to Janta Bakery because they have amazing cakes.
You can see the reviews online too. Like this place is one of the most talked about bakeries in the area. The owner is awesome too.
Yeah. So I lost Sarah for a moment back there, and I was like looking around where she went. And I looked behind me and I made an eye contact with this one dude and he pointed me towards where Sarah was. I think it's safe to say we're the only 2 foreigners in this market right now. And so we kind of stand out. But I'm glad we didn't lose Sarah.
Seunghyun, wait.
Huh?
There was a fruit the other day that Jigna said was in season and I've never had it before. Chiku. Right?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, so what is this?
Is that chiku?
Chiku.
Oh.
What is this one?
Raspberry.
Raspberry?
Maybe gooseberry. Gooseberry.
Ah, gooseberry. Ah.
Oh, thank you.
Can you eat it?
We got a fruit. 100 for 1 kilo.
100 for 1 kilo. You want to try a kilo?
Yeah, let's get some.
Okay.
We can take it home.
One
Sure,
kilo,
we'll have 1
please.
kilo. But we're gonna go home and wash them and then have a feast in our room. Alright, I'm gonna try this one. Let's see. Oh wow. It's a little bit sour, but still sweet. It kind of tastes like a grape a little bit, but much more sour. Wow, that's really tasty too.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Can I have a bite? Can I have a bite?
You just eat it all.
Oh. It's so weird.
It's good. It's really good.
It's good. It's like a mandarin, orange-like flavor, but you eat it whole, but it's still very overall sweet. Tastes like an orange, but very, very tiny. Maybe tomorrow if we come back, we'll get some more. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. And we have quite the haul of desserts and fruit to eat when we get back. So I think we're gonna head home and eat our treats. So one other thing I noticed, which I was quite surprised at, is in this market we came to, none of the storekeepers were like pestering us. If we came close, they'd be like, oh, I'll try this, or have a little of this. But it was very nice not to be kind of hounded. Sometimes storekeepers don't let you go, but here we didn't have that problem at all. Okay, so we just got home, got comfy, and we want to eat our fruit. So we're going to wash this one, cut it, and eat. Let's go. All right, so we're gonna wash with this water and then with clean drinking water. So first I'll it broke. Whoa.
So you have to be gentle with
You have to be pretty gentle. More. Cut in half. Ooh. I think it's a little overripe, but we have no clue. So if this is overripe, please let us know. But I think we're still gonna taste it. I'm gonna eat the parts
that aren't brown.
So I have my weapon of choice and I have my chiku.
Don't die.
Oh. You know what it tastes like?
What?
Persimmon.
Oh, really?
Gum. Wow. It has a texture that's a little different than persimmon. Persimmon is kind of stringy and more wet, but the flavor is like persimmon, kind of like a honey sweet flavor. It was really good. All right, everyone, so that wraps up our day in Delhi. It was really cool to see some different sides of India that we haven't seen before. I'm sure we missed a lot. And so if you have a favorite place in Delhi, a favorite restaurant, a favorite sight to see, place to go, please let us know in the comments below because we're already thinking we're definitely gonna be coming back. We had such a blast here. So thank you guys so much for watching. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe if you want to keep following us on our journey to our next place in India. See you in the next one.
Bye.